Hello, my name is Gronin K. I study intelligent life across the galaxy. Humans were highly recommended. So I came to Earth expecting to find one of the smartest species in the universe. I was not prepared for what I found. When I first discovered your social media, I thought it was the greatest invention in human history. But then I started paying closer attention and I noticed a strange pattern. The longest people shared their screens, the worse their mood becomes. At first, I thought the problem was the device itself. Maybe the screen was emitting some kind of radiation I didn't know about. It wasn't. The phone itself is completely safe. Then I thought the problem was the apps. But that wasn't quite it either. Then I asked myself a simple question. What exactly happened in the moment when a person began to doubt themselves? And I think I found the answer. It is not about photos, not about videos, not even about social media. It all started much earlier. In that very moment when a person stopped looking at their own life and start looking at someone else. Now imagine, you had a completely ordinary day, but just a few minutes pass and you are already looking at someone traveling through Italy, then another person buying a new car, then a third sharing their latest success. And suddenly your own life starts to feel not quite enough. Even though 5 minutes ago you were perfectly content. The most remarkable thing, one of the forcing you to do this. You do it yourself, again and again. And the more I thought about it, the less I understood the logic of what was happening. Then I noticed another pattern. You almost never compare yourself to those who have it harder right now. You guess always find someone more attractive, wealthier, more successful, more popular. As if your brain is deliberately searching for proof that are you lacking something. A very strange algorithm. If I were designing such a program for my space computer, I would call it defective. But the most interesting thing I understood came later. You know perfectly well that social media does not show the whole of life. You know that photos can be edited, that behind a smile there may be exhaustion, that behind an expensive car there may be enormous debt, and yet you continue to compare your life with someone else's carefully created story. It was at moment that I stopped blaming social media. It creates nothing. It simply amplifies what is already inside a person. The desire to be better, the desire to be liked by others. And it seems that this very desire is what drives you to endlessly seek confirmation of your own worth in the lives of completely strangers. What emerges is a remarkable paradox. The world is full of people who want to be like each other, and yet no one feels that they are good enough. Perhaps the problem was never the phone, and not ever social media. Perhaps the problem appears in the moment when a person begins to look at their own life through someone else's eyes.